What's up guys, my name's Adapt. Welcome back to another video on the channel. So guys, in today's video I am bringing you guys a formation review on the 4-5-1 formation. So a very popular formation last year, and it is a fan favorite for a lot of people. It's a lot of people's go-to to get players on chemistry, and it was a very good formation in FIFA 19 from what I can remember, especially at the beginning of FIFA 19. So this is the team I'm using. I'm not going to spend too long talking about everyone. You guys can look at all the stats here. I've been through this quite a few times now. I'm recording a few videos on the same day because I need to sell this team as quick as possible so I don't lose too many coins. So this is the team I have built for this video. So we got the 4-5-1 formation review. Now I'm going to get into custom tactics and the player instructions, and I will be right back. Now getting into custom tactics and the player instructions, we're not going to waste too much time here. Let's get straight into the player instructions and the custom tactics. So for the defensive game plan, which is the game plan I use as soon as I get into the game. So this is the 4-5-1 game plan. This would be my balanced game plan if I didn't want to get chem on everyone, but I want to get chem on all of my players. I don't want to put them at a disadvantage, and I built this team in a 4-1-2-1-2 bracket 2 formation. So I've just got that just so I can get all of my players on good chem. As soon as I get into the game, I change to the defensive game plan, which is the game plan you're looking at right now. So for the defensive style, we have balanced width. I've got it at 5 bars, depth I've got it at 4 bars. Then for defensive style, I have balanced width. I've got it 3 bars away from the max. Players in the box, I've got it 4 bars away from the max. Then getting into the corners, I have it at 3 bars. And then for free kicks, I have it at 1 bar. So this is how the team lines up in game. Ndombele playing the more defensive role, so I've got him in the centre mid role, acting as that defensive midfielder. Then I have Rabiot in the right mid, Ayo in the left mid, which usually I'd bring on Felipe Anderson and Hazard, but sometimes I got too lazy. And Ayo and Rabiot, they have good passing, and when I needed cover for Ndombele, they would go to the centre mid role, which is their normal position, and they would help Ndombele out when he pushes up too much, so they were filling in for him. So on the left and the right, I would usually have Felipe Anderson and Hazard. Well, that's what I wanted to do, but sometimes I just forgot to be honest with you guys, or I just couldn't really be bothered to. Then in the camera, I have Fekir and Ben Yedder, so they're both playing as my attacking midfielders. And then up top, I have Lacazette in the striker role. Now getting into the player instructions, I have stay back or attacking on both my fullbacks, cut inside, getting behind on my left mid and my right mid. On my right cam, stay forward, get into the box for the cross. Stay forward, get into the box for the cross on my left cam as well. And then on Ndombele, I stay back goal attacking. And on my striker Lacazette, I stay forward. And that is all I've done on him. Now getting into the next game plan, which is the attacking game plan. So we have press after possession, loss, width. I've got it at 4 bars away from the max. Depth, I've got it at 5 bars away from the max. Then for offensive style, I have it at balanced, and we have 2 bars away from the max on width. Then for players in the box, I have it at 3 bars away from the max. Then for corners, I have it at 3 bars, and free kicks, I have it at 3 bars as well. Then for player instructions, I have balanced. And for my left mid, we have cut inside and getting behind. On my right mid, cut inside and getting behind. On my right cam, stay forward, get into the box for the cross. Same on my left cam as well. And then for my centre mid, I have it on balanced. And then for my striker, I have stay forward. Now getting into the next game plan, ultra attacking. Constant pressure for defensive style, 3 bars away from the max on width, 3 bars away from the max on depth. Fast build up for the offensive style, 2 bars away from the max from the width. Plays in the box, I have it at 3 bars away from the max. Corners, I have it at 5 bars, and for free kicks, I also have it at 5 bars. Now, this is how the team lines up, same as before. Getting into the player instructions, we have join the attack and overlap. On my left back and right back, we also have aggressive interceptions on both of them. This is when I want to go all out and I desperately need a goal. Now in the centre mid role, I have get forward and get into the box for the cross and aggressive interceptions. On the right mid, cut inside, getting behind, stay forward, get into the box for the cross and aggressive interceptions. And on the left mid, get into the box, aggressive interceptions, stay forward, cut inside and getting behind. Then on my left cam, stay forward, get into the box for the cross. And on my right cam, I have stay forward and get into the box for the cross also. Now getting into my striker, I have aggressive interceptions and stay forward, which is Lacazette. And as I said before, these are the player instructions on all the players, just again if you guys missed any of them. So it's what you would expect for when you want to chase a game, and it's the instructions I would put my players on. when I am in desperate need of a goal in the 4-5-1 formation. Now getting into the ultra defensive game plan. Now this is for when I want to hold out a game and I'm in desperate need to just hold on to the ball and close out games. So for the defensive style, we're using drop back just to close out games and to make sure I get wins. Then for the width, I've got it at 4 bars. For depth, I've got it at 3 bars. Then for the offensive style, we have possession. Width, I've got it at 6 bars. Then for the players in the box, I have it at 4 bars. Corners, I have it at 1 bar. And free kicks, I also have it at 1 bar. Now this is how the team lines up in game, how I had it before on all the other game plans. On my fullbacks, we got stay back or attacking. On my right mid, come back on defense. On my left mid, come back on defense. On my left cam, come back on defense. On my right cam, come back on defense. And on my center mid, stay back or attacking. And on my striker, I've come back on defense. So it's what you guys would expect anyway. So I believe I've shown you guys all my game plans now. So guys, those are the custom tactics, those are the player instructions for every mentality except for defensive, because I need good chem on my players. So what I change to as soon as I get into the game is the defensive game plan. So I believe I've shown you guys my custom text and player instructions for every mentality. Now let's get into the gameplay. Now getting into the gameplay, guys. In the first game, we come up against the guy with a full Serie A team. I do believe he was going for objectives here, but he was a very good opponent here. And you guys are going to see what happens in this game. I've got Laporte here at the back. I've got Pereira. So we're using our solid team with Gabriel Jesus up top and Ben Yedder, I do believe. Or I think this is the team with Lacazette. So we do have Lacazette and Ben Yedder up top. Apologies about that, guys. That is for my next team where I'm talking about Gabriel Jesus. But in this game here, we do go ahead and we go 1-0 down. And I was 1-0 down. I needed to find my way back into this game. And we hit him with a reply and we make it 1-0 and get the equalizer right there. Rabiot manages to get himself into some space and I put it straight past the keeper to make it 2-1. So 20 minutes into the game and we already have 3 goals. So it's looking to be a very good game, a very interesting game, and you guys are going to see what happens here. So I believe this is from this guy's kickoff. I managed to get the ball from Ben Yedder with a pass to Lacazette. So Ben Yedder plays the ball to Lacazette and Lacazette puts it into the back of the net nicely to expand that lead and give me that 3-1 lead right there. So we're 3-1 up and we're 2 goals to the good. So I was just continuing playing how I played, just doing the best I can, trying to get goals with all my players, trying to work my opposition and trying to get the best result. And I ended up getting a 4-1 victory after a goal with Ben Yedder. And then after that we went into my second game of the video. So getting into this game, this guy had Balotelli, I do believe. I believe he had a screen card as well, and you guys are going to see me finish off this game really quick. He tries to foul me right there, but I do manage to keep balance with Rabiot. I play the ball from Ayor to Ben Yedder, and Ben Yedder puts into back in net 4 minutes into the game and makes it 1-0. We opened the scoring with a good goal and very early on in the game, so the game has opened right up and it can go either way at 1-0 or even 2-0, guys. When I'm 2-0 up, I find myself even more prone to conceding goals, but I do go ahead and make it 2-0 in the 37th minute. Everything's looking good here, and this guy's going to pause the game and he's going to go ahead and quit, and we do go ahead and get the 2-0 victory. So a very good performance right there. I don't know why that guy quit at 2-0, maybe he just had enough, but he did, and we did end up getting the win there. So getting into the next game, we subbed on Hazard and Felipe Anderson, I do believe. As I've told you guys, that's what I do in the first part of the video, but we do go ahead and make it 1-0 in the 78th minute. The goal comes late and it's enough. We managed to keep a clean sheet there, so I'm very impressed with myself, and I managed to scrape that 1 goal right there and make it 1-0. And then we take that 1-0 lead into the next game. This guy had the Liga 1 Player of the Month. I can't remember what his name is. I believe it begins with O or something, but I'm not going to try and pronounce it. I do kind of know how it's spelled, but I'm going to let you guys look at the card and you already know who he is. So we get into this game, and it isn't an easy game. No game is easy, to be honest with you guys. In this game, there's a lot of great players on this game, a lot of very competitive players as well, especially on Ultimate Team. And I do go ahead and I make it 1-0 with Lacazette. So Lacazette opens the scoring. He does very well there. And this guy did have a FUT Champions card, I think. I'm not too sure. Maybe it could have been the guy before. But I do go ahead and make it 1-0. And this opponent hits the post. And from that, I go ahead and counter attack. I'm looking for an instant reply. Lacazette with over the top through ball to Ben Yedder, and Ben Yedder puts it into the back of the net. And after that guy hit the post, he felt hard done by, and I went ahead and counter attacked him well. I did manage to get the second goal, and after that, that guy just decided to quit out the game, and we take the 2-0 lead in that game. So I believe we've had 2 rage quits in this video so far, maybe even 3. I'm not too sure. I think it is 2. I do believe so far. So I believe this is the last game of this formation review right here. So I can't remember what team I came up against, but I can remember my opponent being very good. I do go ahead and take the 1-0 lead. I don't know what this guy is doing here. Maybe he is trying to think of what pass to make, because he does make a pause with his Rabiot, I do believe, but I managed to win the ball from him. Ben Yedder and Lacazette are doing some nice teamwork here, and I put it into the back of the net with a goal from Lacazette, and I make it 2-0 7 minutes into the game. It's looking good for me. 2-0. Is he gonna quit out of the game? He doesn't quit out of the game, so we try and go ahead and make it 3-0 right here, and you guys are gonna see what happens 9 minutes in. I'm looking for that rage quit. I want to get this game over and done with. Play the ball to Lacazette from Fekir, make it 3-0, and I believe this guy goes ahead and quits after this, but I'm not too sure. So he does go ahead and pause the game and goes ahead and quits out of it. So guys, that is the gameplay. Now let's get into the pros and cons of this formation. Now getting into the pros and cons of this formation. So I've got all the pros and cons I could think of on the screen right now. So these are what I found out the pros and cons were with using the formation, and I probably missed some out. There are probably some more pros and cons to this formation, some strengths and weaknesses, but from immediate thought, this is what came to my head. And first of all, we've got this formation being organized and a great structure, and that's what you find with a lot of 4-back formations. You find that your team is very organized and they play very well together, and your team has a spine to it. It's got a very good structure, and every player knows their role and they play it very well. It also allows you to play down the center, so this links to the fact that this formation is versatile, because not only can you play down the center of the pitch, you can play down the wings. Obviously having 2 cams will help you attacking wise. You have more midfielders to pass to, more players who can create goals and set up your striker for a goal, because being a lone striker can be quite isolating. So if you've got 2 cams, you are very good at assisting goals, creating opportunities, and even getting up top and being able to score an opportunity themselves. That's going to help a lot. So we've also got the right mid and left mid being able to come back and help out defensive wise. If you've got a right mid and a left mid who is quick, someone with good stamina, someone willing to work hard for the team, and someone with a decent physical presence, then they should be able to get back and make key tackles and just be a nuisance for your opposition and help out if your fullbacks need that extra support. It caters to most playing styles, but one of these playing styles that it doesn't cater to is the people who want to play long balls. If you want to play over the top through balls, I don't think this is a formation for you. and that is under one of my cons. And another one of the pros of this formation was that is also good for players who have a possession orientated play style and just enjoy controlling the games. They like to keep possession and just dictate the flow and the pace of the game. Now getting into the cons, I have got the striker can be left isolated at times, which you guys can see at times with the 4-5-1 formation. So you need to make sure you have a striker who has a decent physical presence or can compensate by being very agile and very quick. You need a striker who has great finishing as well, because you're going to be relying on that one striker most of the times, because it is a one striker formation. So you need to make sure that striker you have up top has great finishing and has also got amazing pace and great agility, or has got decent pace and a good physical presence at least. It doesn't cater to people who like to play long balls. So as I said already, if you're a person who likes to play over the top through balls a lot, this formation isn't going to work for you in my opinion. And this isn't a counter-attacking formation in my opinion. It's a formation for possession, and it's a formation where you want to control games and you enjoy having a lot of possession of the ball. And another one of my cons, it does lack a bit of attacking urgency. I've seen that at times, especially with only having one striker up top. You do sometimes see that, and this formation is very possession orientated, and there's also not a lot of defensive cover in the midfield. So this goes back to having a centre mid instead of a DM. A DM provides more of that defensive cover, but with the centre mid, obviously he's going to be in a more aggressive role. He's going to be further up the pitch, so you might lack that more defensive midfielder who is going to be able to offer that extra bit of cover for your defence. So guys, those are the pros and cons of this formation. Now let's get into the overall rating. Now getting into the overall rating I gave this formation. So we're going to start off with whether I think it is FUT Champions ready or not. And the answer for that is yes, I do believe this formation is FUT Champions ready. If you're a possession player, you like to keep the ball a lot, you like to control the game a lot, and you have a lot of confidence in your attacking play, this is a great formation for you. If you are a bit doubtful with your defensive play, then this formation is a very structured formation as well, and it is very structured and very organized defensively as well as offensively as well. So I gave it 7.5 out of 10 for the defensive rating. I believe this formation was very good defensive wise. When I was off the ball, my players were pressing very well. I had a good structure to the formation, a good spine there, and everything seemed to work very well. And attacking wise, with the two cams, the centre mid, the right mid, left mid, the lone striker, I do believe I had Lacazette up top on his own, but he has got decent pace and he has got an okay physical presence, to be honest with you guys. He isn't a weak player, but he isn't too strong. He is okay to play in a one striker formation. I'd say he's around that borderline, and especially early on into this game. I believe the gameplay for this video is in October, so in October having Lacazette up top is decent. He is still decent having him now. He is borderline higher tier striker. He's okay, he's in that average region in my opinion. And then for the attacking rating, 8.5 out of 10. As I've said already, it was very good attacking wise. For the overall rating, I gave it an 8 out of 10. That is solid in my opinion. It's difficult to give it a 9 or a 10 because I wasn't able to play many minutes with this team. I kept getting rage quit after rage quit. There were people quitting at 1-0. There were people quitting at 2-0. So I didn't get a lot of time with this team, but in games I saw myself doing very well with this team. If I'm getting rage quits, I'm doing something right. If I'm scoring goals, then I must be doing right, and if I'm conceding very few goals, I should be doing very well. Similar formations to this, I want to look at how the formation is structured out and the types of positions every formation has, and I came to the conclusion that the 4-5-1 bracket 2, the 4-3-3 attacking variation, and the 4-4-1-1 bracket 2 variation is a very similar formation to the 4-5-1. All of these formations are very similar to the 4-5-1 in my opinion, and what I found in how the formations are structured and how they're set out. Now my win-loss with this formation, I managed to win 5 games out of 5, so it performed very well. So you can't get much better than wins in all games. I managed to score 12 goals with this team, only conceding 1 goal. So if I'm only conceding 1 goal, I can only go 1 better than that and concede no goals. So there isn't much better that I could do in the games I played. But the only way I could give this formation a higher score is if I got more minutes with this formation and was able to play more games and the rage quits weren't there, because if I was able to play more time with this formation, I'd be able to see whether it's better or not. But because of the rage quits, because I didn't get too much gameplay, I still play the same amount of games I usually get in all of my videos. I usually play 5 games for a formation review, especially my custom tactics videos on pros most of the time. So I play the same amount of games, but I just got a lot less time with this formation as I would usually have. So I managed to score 12 goals with this formation. I only conceded 1 goal, and out of 5 games I did play, I did get 4 clean sheets. So we're 1 away from an absolutely perfect amount of clean sheets right there. So there's nothing much I can really criticize this formation for. The only thing is I wish I got more time to be able to play with this formation for this video. I might do an updated 4-5-1 formation review if you guys want to see it, as I get to playing more games with it. But if you guys enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See you guys later. Peace.